Hi, I'm Greg Schwem. I'm in the windy city of Chicago, and this is a comedian crashes your pad.
Most people who pad crash in their hometown do so because a pipe burst or their spouse threw them out. I can honestly say neither is the case with me, although I haven't heard from my wife in a few hours.
You know, it used to be fun to wear my 2016 Cubs World Series champion t-shirt around here. Last time I did that, people were looking at me like, dude, shop for some clothes. It's been 4 years.
But Chicago and its accommodation choices are always changing. So every now and then, I like to walk the city, see what's new and what stayed the same.
They legalized recreational weed 1 week ago in this state, and dispensaries like this one behind me sold out in 3 days. What does that tell you about Chicago? I have 2 words for you: dominoes. They've got ropes set up outside the world's largest Starbucks. Sometimes there's a line that goes down the block. Never mind that there's a Starbucks 2 blocks to the north and 2 blocks to the south. I just hope these guys never run out of product.
No!
If you're ever bored in Chicago, just watch an out-of-towner try and purchase a transit card from one of these machines. Hours of fun. Don't worry, no matter what line you get on, everything leads to deep dish pizza eventually.
As much fun as it is to hang out in the more recognizable parts of Chicago, it was time to start making my way north. But first, a stop in Old Town, where it all started for me and where I still perform. Zany's Comedy Club.
Chicago was really more known as a sketch improv town, and Zany's is a pure stand-up comedy club. We were the first stand-up comedy club in Chicago, and we remain the oldest. We're actually the 4th oldest comedy club in the country. The owner, Ricky, would always believe that the best comedy club was an intimate comedy club, and we are the smallest club in the country that has national headliners 7 days a week.
I fly out of Midway Airport in Chicago a lot. It's the only airport that is built right in the middle of a residential neighborhood. Seriously, a successful takeoff at Midway Airport means you just cleared the swing set.
It's always exciting. And of course the pictures change. I think yours is up here somewhere, Greg.
We'll look for it afterward. We'll look for it later. It might be in the kitchen.
Yeah. You should be so lucky.
Yeah, that's right. This was a great night at Zany's. That's me. I got to perform for Ed McMahon. That's him, standing right next to me.
It's almost time to check into the pad I'm planning to crash. But first, let's hit Uptown and the historic Green Mill Jazz Club.
We are sitting at a very unique table.
This is the Al Capone booth.
Now, it's not just named after Al Capone. He sat here.
Yeah, this is where he would sit. And it's funny because we don't make a big deal about it. You know, we don't have a sign or anything. We use it as a frame of reference. Like when I got to yell at the waitress, say, you know, the table next to the Al Capone booth needs drinks, you know.
The great thing about Chicago is that some of our celebrities are gangsters.
Yeah, right.
You know, we've got Oprah, Michael Jordan, Al Capone, and I'm not really sure it's in that order. Do you ever just walk around this club and think to yourself, I own something that's been around since 1914?
Yeah, especially when I'm fixing stuff that breaks because it's so old. Yeah.
The Wi-Fi wasn't real good in 1914.
We don't even have it now. You know.
Guess I'll just let myself in. This is like Palace of Versailles meets the Addams Family. Hey, how's it going? Yeah! So what does a comedian do when he's all by himself in a home advertised, very appropriately, as the castle? And he's waiting for his host? Well, what better time to write some material? Let's just hope my host shows up before I get writer's block.
You must be Greg. Don't do that.
Oh, I was waiting for you.
Well, here it is.
I don't even know where to start. Here it is. That's
is.
what I say when people come into my garage. Here it is. This is not it.
Well, it's all because of my husband. He asked me over for a party at the end of the year to this house.
This house.
This house.
Okay.
I thought, who is this person? Because I walked up into this.
It's called the castle. Is that how everybody refers to it?
Sort of, they do.
Yeah. I mean,
I
to the
don't know
point
that-
where, I mean, do people on the street say to their kids, you can ride your bike, just don't go past the castle?
Well, these are all replicas we bought from a guy. He knew this furniture maker on Lincoln Avenue.
Okay.
And
I get the impression your husband knew a lot of guys.
he did.
Yeah, that's very
He
Chicago
knew
as
all
well.
kinds of places to go and find things and whatnot.
I got a gothic guy. I got a...
That's right. He had stone people. He had antique people. This is his identity. This is him. This is not me.
Okay, the MacBook doesn't exactly go with the 18th century decor, but trust me, if Louis XV had Wi-Fi, he would have used it.
This is totally his identity. You're meeting him when you come into this house. I don't know where he got this, my husband, but I do know his famous friend broke it.
Okay. Who's his famous friend?
Billy.
Billy?
William Blount.
He's
He's
famous?
a famous clarinetist.
Oh, okay.
He used to travel with the Buddy Rich Band.
Okay, him
My
I've
husband
heard of.
was a musician.
All right.
Anyway, he'd come and hang out here and do all his late night stuff, and he put a pizza on here and cracked it.
Wow, that's some pizza.
Yeah, my husband was upset.
Must have had everything on it. Before you showed up, I took a picture of this and sent it to my wife, and she said, "Is that a Christmas chandelier?"
I have never liked this piece.
Really?
I've always hated it. And
Your husband bought that too?
he made it.
Oh, he made it.
He made it.
He didn't
It's-
know a chandelier guy.
Very
I would
seriously.
leave you like a 2-star review if that came down on you.
Yeah, I get a handful of creative people, which I love, artistic people. They're very drawn to it. Then I get a handful of people who just love antiques and old houses, and they just see it as unique and they want to come. I do not get Cubs fans. They don't come. One.
One
'Cause he
Cubs
couldn't-
fan.
One, because he couldn't find another place.
All right.
That was kind of funny because he's like, oh, this is really unusual. Wow.
I'm not one for snooping in strangers' medicine cabinets, but I should probably check this one out just in case I contract smallpox or cholera or some other 18th century disease. Should I be worried? Did your husband ever look at a wall and say, it doesn't need anything? It
No.
doesn't seem like he was that
No.
kind of guy.
These walls used to be a worse color.
Okay.
They were red.
Oh, okay.
And I complained so much. He repainted it for me.
In a
And-
nice pale
No,
yellow.
I didn't want these colors. So he couldn't stop buying these things. And they just kept getting more and more full.
This is all on a teacher's salary, though.
That's right.
Wow. Okay.
right.
So either he was a really good teacher or he
loved
knew
to-
a bargain.
He loved to drive a bargain. Well, this is your bedroom for the night.
This is my bedroom. Wow. I don't even know where to begin here. I'll tell you the one thing that probably does not go with the decor here, the flat screen. I'm going to guess that Louis XIV probably didn't have a Keurig. This place is 2 bedrooms, though.
2 bedrooms.
All right, and we're going into the second one. See, I haven't really made up my mind yet if I want to spend the night in that one or in this one. Okay, I am not spending the night here because I don't like people staring at me when I'm sleeping. And this guy, who is this guy?
I think the sign says Charles I of England.
Charles the First, I guess, of England.
Charles the First,
All
that's right.
I guess when you're the first, you can just put your picture anywhere. Is this place haunted?
No,
Really? Are you sure?
98% sure.
Okay. Have any other guests who've stayed here ever thought opposite?
Yes.
What have they said?
One guest left.
Really?
Yeah.
And because?
I called her the ghost lady.
Every one of my dreams last night included a sword fight, and I always lost.
And she thought that it was just spirits all over.
There's now in one of the walls, this is a shrine to your husband right here.
Right here?
Ron Flores.
Well, he put that up himself.
He did?
He
Okay.
did. Yes, this is total Ron-esque up here. My husband loves sculpture. He wanted to be a sculptor as a young man. He went to the Art Institute.
Wait a minute, he wanted to
short-
sculpt or he wanted to be a
He wanted
sculpture?
to be a He wanted to sculpt.
Oh, okay. As opposed to
did
have somebody
do-
sculpt him.
Yes.
All right. Big difference there.
This kid looks so bored. I don't know why. He's got wings. He's got wings. If I had wings and I was this age, I would never look this way. Nor would I be in the house. I'd be out flying around Andersonville.
Do you ever find people just outside staring?
Yes, every day.
Really?
Every single day.
Does that creep you out?
No, but it used to get on my nerves. So all this fabric is European. He had a guy in Europe hunting down another guy hunting down this fabric, and I don't know how. He was from France, this guy. I'd be talking to him on the phone. Architecture is part of a community because a community walks by and experiences that piece of art in reality, and they interact with it. So it's a community building. You know, granted, I own it. Granted, it's my husband's legacy. But this building and that tree back there, that elm tree, are part of the community.